What is going on, YouTube? I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing my book, I will go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. I had the best day ever! Okay, so HiPeak Bona sent me an e-bike to do a product review, and I love e-bikes. They are my favorite thing, and I will explain to you why, but I always seem to talk about the importance of having an e-bike for supply chain disruptions, oil and gas prices, economy recession, possible job loss, having it as a backup to your car. They do not require any type of registration, insurance. They do not carry the $40,000 to $100,000 price tag of a new car. They're fast. They are street legal, and you can ride them on the sidewalks. You can use them in bike lanes. They are just all around awesome. But I never talk about, or I don't talk about enough, how incredibly fun these things are. So this HiPeak Bona is a bit of a trail bike. So I took it out on the trails at one of our state parks. I was going over bumps. I was going through bushes. I was getting spiked in the face with these like spiky flowers that just want to take me down. I was going to new territories that I'd never been before. I thought a Sasquatch or a cheetah was going to come and attack me, and I felt like I was in absolute heaven. So I have to tell you guys that the HiPeak Bona is on my, it's in my top 3 at this point. It folds up. It went into my Toyota Camry simply, easily in the back seat. You don't need any tools. I did need a tool the first time, but I finally figured out how to use it without a tool. It folds in half, the handlebars go down, goes into the back seat or trunk of a car. You can take it with you anywhere. You can show it off to people. It goes super fast. You can use one of the low or high pedal assist modes. I got the best workout today. Okay. I don't want to get too much into it. I know you guys are going to want the specifications and you're going to want to see me riding it, and I'm going to give you both. So let's go ahead and get to the video. First, we're going to show you a little bit of a preview of the trails that I went on. Let's get to it. The HiPeak Bona electric bicycle has a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery with a 48 volt, 750 watt rear hub motor. The easy to read LCD display is black and white, and it shows your current speed, your battery power, the distance, and pedal assist mode that you are in. It has a Shimano 7-speed gear shift and a standard speed of 20 miles an hour. The estimated range is 35 to 50 miles. And given that the average commute is about 20 miles each way here in the United States, it will provide you with ample power to get you to and from your job. The pedal assist is an intelligent 7-level pedal assist and comes with a half twist throttle. I can personally confirm that the half twist throttle is far superior to the typical thumb throttle when it comes to long distance riding. It has a recommended rider height of 4'10" to 6'2", which is perfect for responsible teenagers or some of us that may be on the shorter side of life. We will go ahead and get to more specifications, but first we need to take another ride. The HiPeak Bona has a mechanical suspension front fork and a 20-inch 66-1 aluminum frame. The aluminum provides a lighter weight while it still remains extra strong. It has mechanical disc brakes and it comes with a 48-volt 2-amp smart charger. The soft cushion saddle will allow you to take long rides or go out on the trails without any discomfort. It has a Shimano shifter and a 20-inch by 4-inch fat tires for maximum stability. The fat tires will allow you to ride in the snow, so for those of you that say that it can't be done or you can't ride a bike in the snow, this is your opportunity to prove yourself wrong. The bike weighs about 62 pounds and it has a weight capacity of 350 pounds. There's more, a lot more that we will get into, but since I have a need for speed, it is time to get out there on this e-bike again and show you what it can do. Every e-bike available on the market has something about it that makes it stand out from the rest. For this particular e-bike, that is the easy assembly and the fact that it is foldable. What is so great about a foldable bike? Well, that is a very simple answer. Most e-bikes can be transported with trailers or in large vehicles like trucks or minivans. They very, very rarely will fit into an SUV or an economy car. When you purchase a folding e-bike, you can fit them in a small economy car or SUV. I personally speak from experience, given that I own a standard economy car, which is a Toyota Camry, and I was able to put this bike into the back seat with ease. You don't need to bring any tools with you in order to disassemble it. You don't have to take off the wheels or handlebars because the frame itself folds in half, and the handlebars have a clamp that allows you to disengage it from the frame so that it simply flops down. This makes the bike compact enough and short enough to fit in the back seat of a car. This is great for city dwellers that maybe want to hit the trails but don't exactly want to ride out in the boonies or on a freeway, which is illegal, by the way, in order to get to those trails. The HiPeak Bona also has a pretty powerful headlight. I am not a night rider, but I can attest that it is bright enough to eliminate a night ride safely. I ride fairly slow in the city, and I would especially recommend riding slowly if you are riding in the dark. There are also lots of different types of frames for e-bikes. For instance, HiPeak offers a step-through fat tire folding e-bike for those that don't want to lift their legs super high to sit on the seat while they're stepping through the frame. You don't even have to lift either of your legs in order to ride. The HiPeak Bona is a step-over style, which means that you do have to lift your leg over the frame, but if you are comparing this e-bike to regular bikes, the frame is pretty low, meaning that throwing your leg over the frame is not extreme. It's a light height, making it easy and simple to step over. Each HiPeak e-bike has a 1-year optional warranty and a 30-day return policy, so you can set your mind at rest that if you decide that this e-bike is the right purchase for you. Many people are using e-bikes as alternative forms of transportation in order to prepare for the economic recession during these trying times of global instability and inflation. Where I live, gas hovers around $5 a gallon. After getting my e-bike, I have found that I fill up my gas tank about once every 3 or 4 months. Believe it or not, I actually have to make an effort to drive just to keep my car running properly and to ensure that the gas that is in the tank doesn't go bad. If you live in my area and you see someone riding an e-bike down the main street in town, it's more than likely going to be me. E-bikes come with rear racks that allow for easy grocery shopping, picnics in the park, and trail riding for entertainment. The truth is that we don't know what is going to happen in the future, and we all sometimes play the what happens if game in our heads. This what if game ranges from what happens if I win the lottery to what happens if the economy completely collapses. Well, I can tell you that with an e-bike, I have put myself in a much better position. The average American spends $4,000 in gasoline over the course of a single year. This doesn't even include the thousands of dollars that have to be paid that are required for registration and insurance, along with oil changes, tune-ups, or repairs and other types of maintenance. E-bikes simply do not have maintenance. You don't have to pay parking fees in the cities, and they can be locked up just like a regular bike at a bike stand where you do your grocery shopping or if you're visiting the library or something like that. I have also found them to be amazing conversation starters because everyone, and I mean everyone, is just so curious about them. I would liken it to going to a car show where everyone is checking out everybody else's car and they're asking questions about the car. I have had so many people just walk right up to me just to ask me about my HiPeak Bona e-bike. You can even make an argument for saving yourself money by not needing to go to the gym anymore. Riding an e-bike can be done without the use of your body, but even with pedal assist, you are working your quads, hamstrings, glutes, as well as working your back muscles for posture while you're riding, and also your abdominal muscles, which are naturally used for stability and core strengthening. The upper body muscles are involved in steering and balancing the bike. This doesn't even take into account working your lungs and your heart, which are both muscles that are needed to be kept very strong for longevity and health throughout your lifetime. E-bikes have almost no maintenance costs. After years of using your e-bike, the most you're going to need to replace is the battery, which are fairly cheap, and maybe a tire or two after they've worn down after those blissful long commutes. This equates to thousands of dollars in savings. So, what we are looking at is huge financial savings, an emergency backup method of transportation, improved bodily performance just from riding, as well as less loneliness just because people want to talk to you about the new HiPeak Bona or any e-bike that you might ride. This is gorgeous. Wow. Am I in heaven? I think I am. Maybe I am. All right, everybody, I am going to close out this video with one more ride that I took on the trails. No, Nala was not with me, but seriously, you guys should check out their website. They don't just sell e-bikes. They sell a bunch of different types of e-bikes. There's the step through, the step over. They've got a lot of different stuff on there. They've got long range. They've got extra spare batteries. They've got packs that you can put on the back so that you can take it for like picnics, take it on rides, and you can go off-roading and stuff like that. When I was off-roading, I only hit one really steep hill, and I only had the pedal assist on 2. So it did go up the hill, but it went up the hill slowly. There are 7 pedal assist levels, so I'm sure that if I had it on level 7, it would have ran up that hill like super, super fast. I did top out at about 20.9 miles an hour, and you can tell that when you're riding this thing, and once you hit the 20.9, you can sort of feel the engine shutting off. It's like it's holding back. And that's something that I've seen with a lot of the e-bikes that I ride, and it's just so that it can signify itself as a class 2 or a class 3 or a class 1. It's just based on the speed that the bike does, and the lower speed you have and the less pedal assist you have, the longer the battery life is going to last. That means if you are pedaling more, your ride is going to last a lot longer, so it's going to be the full 50 range miles as opposed to 25 if you were just doing full throttle and nothing else. Now, when I was out on the trails, I only had it on pedal assist 2 or 3, and I was going around 15 miles an hour, which was probably too fast anyway. And honestly, I don't think you're allowed to ride e-bikes where I was, but I did it anyway, and nobody said anything, so hey, can't complain. I passed by like 5 different park rangers and nobody said anything, so I guess I wasn't going too fast. But seriously, guys, e-bikes are just a blast. It brings me back to the days where I used to go to the middle of the desert with my friends, and we would ride ATVs and motorcycles out on the airstrip in the airport. We would go, yes, there was an airport in the middle of the desert, an airstrip, and we would race the ATVs and the dirt bikes around there. Now, these off-road or trail bikes feel just like you're riding a motorcycle, a dirt bike. Those dirt bikes that you have to pay for, and they're loud, and you hear people go, wee, 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 but these are totally silent, and they are just as fun. And I swear, I am, like, I can't even tell you guys how happy these e-bikes make me. I mean, they have just increased my lifestyle to a point that, to an effect that I didn't even know I was missing. I didn't know I was missing this much fun in my life until I started riding these e-bikes. The HiPeak Bona it is now officially my favorite trail rider. It is my favorite one to ride out on the trails. And it's, like I said, it's easy to fold up. It folds up into it goes into my Toyota Camry. I can take it with me to visit my family and show them the e-bike, show them a good time. I can show them the website for HiPeak if they want to get that one themselves. The price is pretty reasonable and comparable to other e-bikes that are out there, but I'm telling you, this one is awesome. It's also super rugged. It's got a great turn ratio, good speed. Everything about it is just really, really great. Also, the back cargo holder has built-in bungee cords. And I've only had one other e-bike that had this, and it's really great. It carried my camera equipment on the trails while riding the trails really hard, and I had no issues. I didn't lose any camera equipment. It was in there nice and tight, and I didn't have to worry about it, so that's something to take into consideration too. All right, I will leave the links in the description box. Go ahead and check out their website. Seriously, you're gonna love this thing. I hit some pretty great spots out there, some pretty beautiful, gosh darn it, isn't that nice, amazing, beautiful places that I didn't know existed, and I'm so happy that they gave me this. So to HiPeak Bona, thank you so much for the opportunity to review this e-bike, and I really do hope to work with you in the future. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.